till the lights go down, 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 till the lights go down, down, down. I've been feeling alright.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on my channel. In today's video, I'll actually be sharing a pretty interesting life story about the first time I ever had an MRI. Now, if you guys don't know what an MRI is, it's the abbreviation for magnetic resonance imaging, which is a machine that uses magnetic field gradients and radio waves to generate images of the organs of the body. In short terms, it's basically an x-ray on heavy steroids. Now you guys have a basic idea of what an MRI is, let's get into the story. So this story takes place between March and May of 2016. I was living with my dad at the time in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Now back then I was really self-conscious about my height, my weight, my appearance, what other people thought about me, and basically everything in between. One day while I was in school, I went over to the nurse's office and asked her how I can get taller, since I was like 4'7", and everyone was like the one-year-old chasing her compared to me. What she did next is the reason why I'm able to tell the story today. She basically called my dad and told him to take me to the local clinic to see if I qualify for growth hormones, when all she really had to do was look up some on Google. For the following 4 weeks after that, I was back and forth to the clinic. I went there at least 10 times before one of the doctors there finally sent a referral over to the hospital about 12 miles down from where I lived. The hospital was called St. Christopher's Children's Hospital. Actually, no. It was St. Christian's Children's Hospital. Whatever it was called, there ain't shit Christian about this place. It should be called St. Devil's Children's Hospital, but whatever. So I go to this hospital for about the next month, and for that month, they were basically running a bunch of tests on me. The best test they ran on me was when they gave me a charged radioactive egg for breakfast, and the worst test, which you guys can probably guess, was when they drugged me so I fall asleep and they stuck a plastic tube down my throat and up my ass to see if I had any creepy crawlers inside me stealing my fucking food, aka parasites. After that 4 weeks of horrifying tests, they finally set up an MRI appointment for me. In order for them to see what was inside of me, they said that I couldn't eat solid food or drink colored drinks for 24 hours, which means no Kool-Aid and fried chicken for me. On top of that, they gave me 4 tablets of laxatives, that way my entire body was clear once it's time for the test. So not only am I restricted from all my favorite foods, but the toilet's gonna be my best friend since I'll be on that bitch every 5 minutes. The next day was my MRI. Now my appointment was scheduled for 9:30 in the morning, but my body was so used to my school schedule, so I was up at 6 o'clock in the morning. So for 3 hours I was sitting miserable in my room with absolutely nothing to do. Time flies by and me and my dad arrive at the hospital for my appointment. We sign in and head to the MRI patient lobby. Remember, this is a children's hospital, so there's a bunch of little kids running around with their own issues I didn't even want to think about. After waiting in the lobby for an hour and a half, I get called into a typical doctor's office. The lady tells me that before I can take my exam, I have to drink a cup of barium in any flavor I choose. This actually sounded pretty good since they had grape, so she leaves for a few minutes and comes back with this large plastic cup filled to the brim with this barium stuff. I'm thinking I have a whole cup of grape juice in my hand, but when I actually took a sip of it, it tasted like some shit water mixed with bleach and some fat guy's nutsack sweat. I nearly cried at the thought that I had to drink this entire cup in less than 5 minutes. After praying for forgiveness from Jesus, I grew a pair and chugged it as fast as I possibly could. After 5 minutes drinking what seemed like death in a cup, it was time for the MRI. The operator laid me down on a small table, strapped me in so tight the only thing I could move was my head, and stuck me in a tube. Now I'm not claustrophobic or anything, but this damn machine was really pushing my limits. Once I was settled in this tube, the operator gave me some 50-cent earbuds so I could listen to some Justin Bieber as I was being zapped with a couple thousand radioactive lasers. The operator said it was gonna get a little noisy. As he turned on the machine, all I heard was this for 40 minutes straight. After going through that, the MRI was finally over, and the operator then escorted me to the lobby where my dad was waiting. The operator told us to give him a quote-unquote few minutes to get the scan results. Yeah, well, that few minutes turned into about half an hour, and when it came back, we had the shocking news that there was absolutely nothing wrong with me. Nothing stopping my growth, and definitely no parasites stealing my food. They basically wasted all that time doing tests and running crazy experiments on me for nothing. Moral of the story, don't ask your school nurse for shit, not even a band-aid. If you guys would like to see more videos like this on the channel, make sure to smash that like button. If you guys can get this video to 10 likes, I'll share another crazy life story. If you're new around here and like what you see, be sure to hit that subscribe and hit the bell. With that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care and peace out.